Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a little update on those Batman spin-offs. Now, as many of you know, The Batman is about to drop in theaters, and it appears we have another massive hit on our hands. We've been hearing for quite a while that most DC movies will have some sort of spin-off series. We just finished Peacemaker, and we're anticipating 2 for The Batman. Now, many of us were under the impression one of them would be about the Penguin, and one of them would be Gotham City PD. But now the director of the film, Matt Reeves, has revealed, in fact, it's something different. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the series and what is in store for us in ARKHAM Asylum. Now, before we do all that, though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We're going to give away this Oculus Quest 2 at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on the giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, make sure you check out that free Week of Skillshare down below. It's a pretty cool way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, all while not diving too deep in your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, one of the best parts of being a modern superhero fan is we get stuff in the cinema, and now streaming services are providing us with spin-offs and lead-ups to some of these movies. Now, we've been hearing for a while that DC Films will indeed be making spin-offs for most of their films, and The Batman will be no exception. Now, technically, The Batman has not arrived in theaters yet. Well, unless you're one of those people that caught one of the screening previews. But we do know that a pair of HBO MAX spin-off shows are already in the works. Now, one of those shows will be Colin Farrell's Penguin. He will reprise the role of Oswald Cobblepot, and the show will explore his history and the way he clawed his way up to the top of Gotham City's criminal underworld as the Penguin. And this leads us to the second show, which we've been under the impression would be focused on Gotham City PD. Now, originally, during DC fandom, Matt Reeves had said that the series will be set during Year 1, as a masked vigilante starts to unsettle the city. But now it appears that may have evolved a little bit. Now, recently, he was talking to the Toronto Sun, and really expanded on what these series are, and gave us an explanation for Arkham being the working title of the series. This is what he had to say. We're doing this Penguin series, and one of the greatest things about Colin Farrell, he's like you've never seen him. He's so incredible, and he's a scene stealer. Along the way, we thought we could do it as a series. So I talked to HBO Max and showed them Colin in the movie and spoke to them about what could be, and they said, let's do it. We're doing that, and we're doing another series that connects to Arkham. We are talking and thinking about the next movie. But to be honest with you, at the moment, I really want the audiences to connect with this. And I really believe they will, because Rob is an incredible Batman. Now, this is pretty interesting because the idea of focusing on Arkham Asylum means villains. And I don't know if you know this or not, but Colin Farrell was recently teasing him about an actress for Poison Ivy. A series like this would be a great place to introduce characters like Poison Ivy, the Joker, or another villain he had talked about using, Mr. Freeze. Now, personally, using a series to introduce villains I think is genius. You know, typically in films we spend quite a bit of time during the first act setting up the villain, giving us his origin story and his motivations. And if most of those details could be explored before we get to the movie, it leaves us a lot more time for storytelling, diving deeper into the Batman story, making the movie more about the hero and less about the villain. Many superhero movies do suffer from this as a problem. The fact that this GCPD series will indeed be closely connected to Arkham Asylum promises to be quite a bit different than what we were expecting. Many people were thinking this was going to be very much a slightly different take on the Fox Gotham series. But diving into Arkham Asylum, its history, and the people that run it, like Hugo Strange, could be a great way to completely build out a full, robust, and complete Batman universe. In any case, the show is clearly going to explore the Gotham City PD, Arkham Asylum, and how these two things integrate together, and that is super exciting for me as a fan of the Batman. How this will all work, we'll have to wait and see, but Batman arrives in theaters next week, and I imagine we're going to start getting details about the series any day. What do you guys think? Which series are you more excited for from HBO Max, The Penguin or Arkham? And do you like the idea of a series being used to introduce many of Gotham's staple villains? I have to say, I think it's the perfect idea. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.